Test 1 2, test 1 2. We are back here on Coventry United match day with Liam Cook, ready for the second half of this Midland League Premier Division match between Long Eaton United and Coventry United. So far so good for the Red and Greens. They lead by 1-0 thanks to Kevin Thornton's penalty after a complete malfunction of the brain by Matt Cottrell, the Long Eaton goalkeeper. But the home side will have their chance to get back into this one in the second half. Let's go through the starting lineups for both sides before we get going with the second half. For Coventry United, we have number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Pierre Mudem, 3, Ben Valance, 4, Chris Cox, 5, Lewis Eisen, 6, Rob Prinzel, 7, Kevin Thornton, 8, Jean Decory, 9, Kai Williams, 10, Josh O'Grady, and 11, Gift Musa. For the home side, Long Eaton, number 1, Matt Cottrell, 2, Josh Raven, 3, Danny Brain, 4, Paul Lister, 5, Rob McCormick, 6, Callum Keane, number 7, Andy Todd, 8, Paul Puliero, number 9, Romain Graham, 10, Jermaine Hollis, and 11, Scott Stanland. So those are the lineups as we get set for the second half here at Grange Park. And again, we do apologise that we didn't quite get to go through what we called our match day memories. This week is actually the 1 year celebration of Coventry United match day. We actually did our first broadcast on the show on the 26th of January 2016. It was a Birmingham midweek Floodlit Cup match away at Atherstone Town. Now the anniversary for that match is on the 26th, that is Thursday, so instead we're going to do the 1 year anniversary celebrations next week. United's next game, which I'll try and find out who we're facing then. But if it's at home, I've got a feeling we may be waiting some time for that one, because of course Sphinx Drive is not looking in the best of conditions. Coventry Sphinx's match has been called off. And actually, wouldn't you know it, next week it's Long Eaton again. So next week, Coventry United versus Long Eaton at Sphinx Drive. So a quick reversal of fixtures between Long Eaton and Coventry. As it stands, United are winning the league battle. Of course, Long Eaton beat United at this venue a couple of months ago in the FA Vars first round, thanks to 2 goals by McCormick. But United doing their best to overturn that result. At the moment, they are currently leading by 1-0. Kevin Thornton scoring the penalty in that one. Let's take you through some half-time scores when we get them up. I should say that Coventry United matchday coverage is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. So go and check them out if you want a good deal on your plumbing or your heating appliances. Right, in the Premier League, one full-time score to bring you. Swansea City have beaten Liverpool by 3-2 at Anfield. So the European places are really opening up now. Throughout the rest of the league, we've got Bournemouth 0, Watford 1, Palace 0, Everton 0, Middlesbrough 1, West Ham 2, Stoke 1, Manchester United 0, and West Brom 2, Sunderland 0. The game between Manchester City and Spurs kicks off at 5:30. One full-time score from the Championship, QPR 1, Fulham 1. The half-time scores: Villa 2, Preston 0, Blackburn 1, Birmingham 1, Cardiff 0, Burton 0, Derby 1, Reading 1, Huddersfield 1, Ipswich 0, Newcastle 1, Rotherham 0, Norwich 1, Wolves 0, Forest 0, Bristol City 0, Wigan 2, Brentford 0, and the game between Barnsley and Leeds kicks off at 5:30. In League 1, Bradford 0, Millwall 0, Chesterfield 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Coventry City 0, Fleetwood Town 0, so the first 3 games scoreless there. MK Dons 2, Northampton 0, Rochdale 0, Oxford 2, Sheffield United 1, Gillingham 0, Shrewsbury 0, Oldham 0, Swindon 0, Peterborough 0, and Walsall 1, Bristol Rovers 0. So 5 0-0s in the League 1 so far. And finally into League 2, Accrington 1, Carlisle 1, Barnet 0, Newport 0, Blackpool 0, Yeovil 1, Cambridge 1, Mansfield 1, Cheltenham 0, Plymouth 1, Doncaster 1, Crewe 1, Exeter 1, Colchester nil. Grimsby 1, Notts County nil. Another poor result there for Notts County that stands like that. Of course, Kevin Nolan, their new manager. Hartlepool 2, Stevenage nil. Rather surprise scoreline there. And Wickham nil, Luton nil. Those are the half-time and full-time scores in the top 4 divisions of English football. Now, we still have a couple of minutes before the players come out. In fact, no, we can see the players coming out now. Coventry United's lads are getting set to continue what has been a decent match so far. It's not been anything spectacular, I have to admit. I have seen better games than this season. In fact, many better games. In fact, there's not been that many shots at all in this one. But United do lead by 1-0, and let's keep our fingers crossed for the Red and Greens that they can keep this lead, as they still harbour relatively small ambitions of a spot in, of winning the league, let's say. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday for anything you would like to say on today's game. Get in touch, it is your show after all, as we get set for the second half here at Grange Park between Long Eaton United and Coventry United. The score is 1-0 to the Red and Greens. Live coverage of Long Eaton United versus Coventry United resumes here on Coventry United Matchday, with the Red and Greens leading by 1-0. No changes that I can see so far for either side, so we are set to go as the management of both teams head back to their dugouts. And if you missed the team news, and Gif Musa is back in the starting lineup after a long layoff, not due to injury or anything. He was just considering his future with the club. He's back now, he's ready to go, and he's starting the match. And also Courtney Cameron back with United after returning to Hale Zone for a couple of weeks. Hale Zone just wanted to see what he could do, and I'm being told that Courtney actually wanted to return to United. It may even be hope of a permanent deal for Cameron. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. But of course, for the best with Cameron, he is back, so we may well see him in the second half. As we get set to go for the second half here at Grange Park between Long Eaton and Coventry. And here we go, the second half is underway with Long Eaton kicking from left to right as far as we are concerned. United pick up the ball in the midfield with Jean de Corey, played back into defence with Rob Prinzel. United lead by 1-0, so we'll be expecting to try and hang on to that lead. A lovely ball down the left-hand side for Kai Williams. Can he cut in? He's got a defender in front of him, tries a shot, and it's deflected wide at the near post. But Paul Lister blocking the young striker's path as Williams tried to double United's money, double their lead inside the first minute of the second half. And it's going to be a corner kick on the left-hand side. And Grady is waiting for it. He's waiting for the ball, and Kevin Thornton in no rush to play the ball. Well, he's done it now after a quick hurry up by the referee. Time wasting, maybe a little bit premature for the Red and Green, unless they plan on just parking the bus for 45 minutes, which I won't expect. Quick corner to Kai Williams, back to Josh O'Grady, but the touch was a little too light for O'Grady, and Graham, I would say sprints away, but he's not moving too quickly at the moment. He's got Thornton in front of him, blocking his path, cuts into the centre, and lays off for Callum Keane on the right now with Josh Raven as Cox charges down the attempted ball, and it will be a throw-in to Long Eaton. Raven was thinking about taking the quick throw, thinks better of it. He's got several options ready to take the ball. He's found Hollis under pressure from Decory, and that pressure has took its toll as Valance fires away a loose ball over the smaller stand behind us. We've got the big gym stand on the far side. Maybe this is the little gym stand. Cox hoofs the ball away. Williams slides in and it takes a final touch off Paul Lister. United throw. I've got to say, even I wasn't sure who it came off last. I think it was Potluck. In fact, the referee, and the referee, in fact, has overturned the assistant's decision. Well, I have to say, I didn't see who it came off last. I'm completely in the dark here. But Long Eaton have got the throw, and Josh Raven's going to take it. United bemused as to the decision by the referee. He's overturned his linesman. But it is going to be a Long Eaton throw to be taken by Josh Raven. And it looks like he's going for a hoof-foot field with this one. Well, that throw wouldn't look out of place in a rugby game, but it's eventually found Piliero. Hollis switched onto the left now with the left back, Danny Brain. Stalliman, can he get the cross in? And Eisen does well to block his path, nick the ball away and put it out for a throw on the far side. United still lead by 1-0. 3 minutes of this second half gone. Piliero, the captain. Stanley tries to put it in. Decore misses as he tries to bring the ball under control. Here's Andy Todd. Keane now, overlapping run by Josh Raven. Here is Raven, the right back, opportunity to get the ball in. He does get the ball in. Simple catch for Rich Morris between the sticks for Coventry United. But Long Eaton have started on the front foot in this second half. Ball towards Williams, cut out well by McCormick. But United nick the ball away from Raven. And O'Grady trying to be too cheeky there. A little back heel towards Thornton, but it wasn't powerful enough. Hollis turning Gift Musa inside out there. McCormick. Now Danny Brain. He was looking for Stanland, but Eisen as well to shove him out of the path of the ball. Clearance by Cox towards O'Grady. United can't bring it down, and it's cleared again by Danny Brain. Graham. Hollis hooks the ball over to the right to Andy Todd. Overlapping run by Raven. Raven's pass blocked by Ben Valance. Valance tries to force him out wide and does it well. Still going Raven. Forces him to the ground. And Valance able to clear. And it's played back to the goalkeeper by Paul Lister. And O'Grady is hurrying the goalkeeper up there. The goalkeeper's cleared it. And Williams taken out by Paul Lister. A rash challenge there by Lister, and once again Cottrell putting his team into danger there as he took too long with the clearance. He eventually got it to Lister. Williams able to nick the ball away, and then Lister taking out Kai Williams. And it will be a free kick and a yellow card for Lister, but once again Cottrell certainly not helping the cause there. Well, the goalkeeper was having an absolute nightmare so far. He's yet to make a save, and he's put United in with a real chance of scoring twice. They've taken one chance. They couldn't take the second one because Williams didn't have the chance to. It is going to be a free kick to the red and greens. Joshua Gray to take it. 4 options in or around the area. Towards the far post, towards Chris Cox. Cox leaps for it. It's even too tall for the leaping ability of Chris Cox as Brain shrugs Cox to the ground. Well, shrugs him away, I should say. Not quite to the ground. And it's taking a touch off Cox. From Brain, it is going to be a throw-in to Long Eaton. And as we've had 5 minutes of the second half, of course you can let us know who you think should be our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match on Twitter at CovMatchday. Let us know your thoughts on the game. As the throw-ins head out of play by Jean Decore. Slow but steady progress by Long Eaton. Could it be too slow? Brain's going to take it. He's got Stanland upfield. Throws it to Graham. Bit of a dig in the back there by Pierre Moodham. Not picked up by the referee. Graham. That's Brain once again. Here's Piliero. Keane making a run in front. And a lovely swipe there to take the ball away from a sliding Josh O'Grady. McCormick. Long ball. Forward to Andy Todd on the right-hand side. Prinzel behind him. Trying to put him off course. Thornton picks up the loose ball. After the pass by Raven towards Piliero. It was a poor one. Prinzel hoofs it forward, looking for Kai Williams. Williams bundled to the ground by McCormick. Referee says no. I think Williams went down a little bit too easily there. If he tried to stay on his feet, he could well have muscled the ball away from McCormick. Here's Piliero, the captain, finds Raven in space on the right-hand side. Todd making the run down the right, but plays it to Keane. Keane plays it forward once again to Todd. Prinzel nicks the ball away, flicks it over Raven. Ben Valance, and it's fired out of play by Callum Keane. United oozing confidence here. Valance, long throw. Williams slips and loses the ball. Piliero strides away from Kevin Thornton, looking to create another move for his team. Long ball to the left-hand side, finds Stalliman. And his attempted ball towards Grantham in the box was blocked by Eisen. Brain finds Graham in the penalty area. He's forced onto the left-hand side, though. Stalliman will try and get the cross in. He does get the cross in, but it's easily headed away by Chris Cox. Only as far as Callum Keane. Now Piliero, good chest control, takes it away from Kevin Thornton. Here's Stalliman. Shrugged to the crown there by Moody. The referee said foul. I can't deny there was contact there. It's a definite free kick, and Kevin Thornton with a little bit of an argy-bargy there with Paul Piliero, the Long Eaton captain. It's going to be whipped into the penalty area, but I believe it's going to be Stalliman. Todd is providing the short option on the left-hand side. And then races back into the penalty area as Stalliman is sorting out his shin pad. Stalliman eventually takes the free kick. It's towards Lister. And struck towards goal by Keane, and good block by Ben Valance. Lister nodded it on, it found Keane at the far post, but Valance charges the shot down and deflected out for a Long Eaton corner. You have to say Long Eaton have started this second half very brightly. They just need the right opening. They could be back into this game. But the score remains Long Eaton 0, Coventry 1. We'll get the latest score from the Ricoh Arena shortly as they take on Fleetwood. It is going to be a corner kick to be taken by Piliero. Strikes it towards the centre and punched away by Rich Morris. Goal kick. It's taking a touch off McCormick on the way through. And United can regroup. There's been another goal at Dean Court. Bournemouth lead Watford by 1-0. Still no goals though at the Ricoh Arena between the Sky Blues of Coventry City and Fleetwood Town. Valance flicks it over to Josh O'Grady. Trying to find Thornton in space. No, he can't find him. Piliero plays it back to Brain, and that should be that move over. Hollis, Graham. And a volleyed pass there by Todd only finds Chris Cox. No direction on that whatsoever. Cox plays it back to Morris, who in turn hoofs it clear of his box. McCormick gets it forward looking for Hollis. Bounces onto the chin of Hollis. Musa takes him down with the ball already gone. Decory onto the right with Moodim. United still on the halfway line looking to break forward, and Williams was not ready for that pass by Moodim, and Long Eaton will pick up possession once again. Brain's clearance looking for Graham, the big number 9, headed up rather than out by Chris Cox. Hollis will keep it in. Played down line to Stalland. Andy Todd. And a good challenge there by Gift Musa to put it out for a throw-in. Scott Stanland unable to do anything with the ball there, and Stanland will take the quick throw-in. Brain to Piliero, back to Brain, back to Piliero, the captain with a rather exotic name. Good challenge there by Gift Musa, Williams, and the referee has called for a free kick rather late. Well, I've got to say I don't agree with that decision whatsoever, and Kevin Thornton's ran over to the referee and arguing United's case there. The decision's not going to be changed, and it was a good position for United as well. They got the ball well. Williams was ready to make a run, and of course he wouldn't have been offside because he would have been inside United's half. And he would have been clean through on goal if he could have beaten Raven, but the referee has said no, it's a foul. And I've got to say, I do not agree with the referee's decision there whatsoever. And Gift Musa is still pleading his case. He got the ball. There was contact, sure, but I fully believe that the contact took place after Gift Musa got the ball. But it is going to be taken by Scott Stanland as Long Eaton packed the area. There's everyone inside United's half now. Sunderland's free kick into the box. Graham's header, and it will drift wide. And it's going to be kept in by Lewis Eisen. Clearance towards Williams, which has been held, but it's shrugged off Raven. It's Kai Williams, shrugged to the ground by Sunderland. Referee says no foul. And once again, I think Williams went down a little too easy there. If he stayed on his feet, he just tried to shrug off Sunderland. He may well have got to the penalty area. It would have been difficult for him to get a shot away because, of course, he would have been under pressure. But that's disappointing for Coventry United. A move with so much promise ending on a flat note. Here's Todd, challenged made by Musa, and Todd just grabbing Musa and just grabbing him on the shoulder and flooring him there. It's ridiculous. And the goalkeeper punts it away. And, well, not only am I now commentating, I'm a ball boy as well. The ball coming straight over to our camera, and luckily I was able to catch it. And Terry Anderson is having a word with the referee. And I've got to say, Terry Anderson is well in his rights to have a word with the ref, because at the end of the day, there have been a couple of questionable decisions in there. Anderson is not one to keep his emotions in check. Anderson trying to put his case across, and the referee is getting the game started once again. Josh O'Grady. O'Grady forced the ground, and that's one decision that Terrington has got. A rather soft push by Andy Todd. No reason to make any sort of contact. Thornton takes it, puts it into the air for Kai Williams, and the referee said that they want to make a change, I believe. And in fact, well, I can't see anyone getting ready to come on, so. And the referee is saying they want the free kick to be taken again. It has been taken again. Thornton out to the left-hand side with Ben Valance. And it's hoofed out of play there. I believe it was Paul Lister who got it out. And the score remains at 1-0 to the Red and Greens of Coventry United. Of course, that Kevin Thornton penalty is the only goal that we've seen so far. Really the only goal-mouth action that we've seen so far as well. It's not been the most productive of games, this. We've seen the post hit a couple of times. O'Grady hitting the post, Moodim hitting the crossbar. Not really, especially from Long Eaton, there's been very little in the way of goal-mouth action. And of course, when you say that, it usually sparks a team into life. So get set for a 6-goal thriller now. Half an hour to play here at Grange Park. United still leading by 1-0. Ben Vance to take the throw-in. Clearance made by McCormick. Prince will keep it alive, nods it forward. Todd able to get touching the ball, and Cox volleys it forward. Ravens got to deal with this one. Valance comes in. Little digging the back by Ben Valance. Free kick. Well, the referee obviously not willing to accept any sort of contact in any sort of situation at the moment. Some very soft free kicks being given today for both sides. And Cottrell's going to be taking this free kick. He's had to take it a few yards back. And once again, the United manager Terry Anderson not too happy with the referee as Cottrell slips. He takes the free kick. Prinzel not onto the left-hand side, kept in well by Kevin Thornton, and sadly couldn't bring the ball back as Callum Keane dribbles it away under pressure from Valance. Tries to find Josh O'Grady, and Lister just able to get the ball away from the United number 10. Here's Biliero, the captain. And it will find the Stannerland. It's just wide by Stannerland. In front of goal, there was still a defender in front of him. He had to get his shot away, but he dragged his shot wide. To be honest with you, I don't think there's going to be that many highlights in the matchday highlights video tomorrow. But that may well be one of them, because there hasn't been anything else. It's a rather tame game here at Grange Park, not like the ferocious FA Vars match we saw here a couple of months ago. As Morris makes the clearance with the goal kick. Moodham is beaten in the air by Danny Brain. But Eisen will bring it back for Coventry United. Ball down line for Pierre Moodham. Lovely flick there past Brain. Josh O'Grady looking for an option. Down line. Pierre Moodham takes a tumble, but he still retains the ball. I don't think there's any sort of contact there. He just slipped. Moonham lays it off for Josh O'Grady. He takes a tumble. Free kick, Coventry United. Pushing the back there, I think it was Lister. And well, the Long Eaton coaching staff, they're asking the linesman what's going on. It's a clear free kick. He got a push in the back. When he was in possession, he was forced to the ground. Free kick. End of debate, really. So the referee's definitely got that one wrong. Say you will about the ref so far, but he got that decision right. And it is going to be Kevin Thornton. Well, set pieces have been his forte so far. He's already scored with a penalty. Will he add a free kick to his collection? He's got a great standing, well, crouching over it as well in support. But a four-man wall now in front of Matt Cottrell's net. Will it be enough? Well, no, it wasn't, but it's an easy catch by Matt Cottrell. And Cottrell's clearance drifts towards the right-hand side and headed over the sand behind me by Scott Stanland. Well, what I'm doing really, the little gym stand. We've got the big gym stand in front of us. We've got the little gym stand behind us. So Ben Valence's throw, and there's going to be a change now for Long Eaton. And coming off is Scott Stanland, the number 11. And coming on is number 12, Aaron Cole. So Cole comes on for Stanland. And Valence gets set to take this throw in eventually. And Valence looking for an option now. Who's to have several Long Eaton players towards Williams. And Raven able to get touching it and take it away. Clearance made. Decory stabs at it. Eventually brings it down. Forward ball only as far as McCormick. Moodham tries to hook it away from Cole. And it bounces around on the right hand side. Now Pierre Moodham does pick up the ball under pressure from Callum Keane. Keane able to get his body in front of it and it will go out for a goal kick. Good defence there from Keane. Of course, you've still got time to let us know who you think should be our man of the match here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. We'll be naming our man of the match on the 80th minute. So you have, by my watch, 15 minutes to let us know. At Cov Match Day on Twitter, or leave a comment in on the video below on YouTube. Todd tries to find Raven on the right hand side, but stabs at the ball. He's found it the second time of asking. Raven, he's able to get past Ben Valence, but he can't get past Chris Cox. He puts it out for a Long Eaton throw. And Long Eaton looking to make another change, it seems. Another substitute warming up in front of the dugout. We could well be seeing a second change. Well, he's even twerking for us now, so he's showing off for the camera. Raven's throw into the box looking for Graham. Easily dealt with by Valence, but his clearance only finds Raven once again. Not the best of clearances by Valence. Second cross put in. Graham's header glances across the goal. He'll be kept alive by Cole. Towards Grantham again. Headed up, and it's in! 1-1! Andy Todd with a close range. Well, we could even call it a strike. He just sort of pinged it in. Grantham got a header on it. Wasn't the most powerful, and it fell to Andy Todd. And the crucial touch takes it beyond Rich Morris. A disappointing goal to concede for Coventry United. And it's Long Eaton 1, Coventry United 1. United have got some rethinking to do there. The defence was a little bit static. They just couldn't seem to get the ball away. And Andy Todd is looking very pleased with himself. It wasn't exactly an Andy Carroll overhead kick, was it? Or a scorpion kick, but they all count. You don't get extra goals for points for showing off, do you? Ben Valence. Good side challenge by Raven. And again, and puts it out for a Coventry United. Why? He's giving it to Long Eaton. I don't think Valence got a touch on that. Graham. Todd. Beats Rob Prinzel. He's got Hollis to his left as he sprints down the right-hand side. Grantham for first touch and hoofed away by Rob Prinzel. United have got to get themselves back in the rhythm now. Long Eaton seem in control. They've started the second half well. And now with this equalising goal, they seem on top. Graham forced into the corner. Down line, Aaron Cole, can he get the cross in? Side sets Chris Cox, cross put in towards Todd at the far post, and he puts it into the side netting. It could have easily been a second goal for Andy Todd, and it will in fact be a corner. It's taking a touch of Ben Valance. And you got to say, to be fair, if Valance had got the clearance away at the first time of asking earlier on, then there wouldn't have been an equalising goal. He hooked it straight back to Josh Raven, which allowed Raven to put it back in, and that directly resulted in a goal for Long Eaton. It's all sixes and sevens, really. It's all ifs, buts, and maybes. Piliero's corner, headed away to the near post by Valance. It'll come back to Piliero. Once again, the clearance from Valance, not that effective. It's now Hollis on the edge of the area. He'll hook it back in. It's falling to Grantham, as put towards goal by Lister and cleared just in time by Gift Musa. And Rich Morris is not happy at all with his defence there. He needs some help here. Morris can't do it all on his own. And it's going to be Piliero again with this corner on the right hand side. Same routine. As we head up to 70 minutes. Piliero's corner. Across goal. And so close to a second goal there. All it would have taken was a touch from Keane or Lister, and it would have ended up in the back of the net for a second time in the space of 2 minutes. And once again, United failed to pick up the Long Eaton men in the box. Disappointing defensive performance for United in the second half. And United have just got to get themselves back in the rhythm, shake off these cobwebs. Just got to slow things down, get back into their game plan. Because right now, Long Eaton have got themselves on the edge. And there could well be another change for Long Eaton as the substitute continues to warm up, but we're still waiting on that. Hollis intercepts the clearance by Prinzel. Todd takes it around Prinzel again. He's got an option right. Here's Hollis with space. He's got a race to get to the ball. Ravens to his left. He's forced into the corner well by Ben Valance. Will find Raven once again. Keane. Hollis across goal towards Graham. Dealt with by Chris Cox. Intercepted in the area. And United have got a break now. They're not able to though, as Cox is blocked by Keane. Thornton on the left. Still Thornton. Now Josh O'Grady. Thornton. Patient passing from Coventry United. Here's Josh O'Grady trying to play in Kai Williams. It's bounced back to Kevin Thornton. What will Thornton do here? He's got Valance on the left. Will he use him? No, he'll find Kai Williams. Can he get the cross in? Kai Williams under pressure from Lister. And the cross is blocked by Paul Lister. And it will be a corner kick to the Red and Greens. With just 20 minutes of play remaining, it's Long Eaton 1, Coventry United 1. Valance whips it in, deflected, and Long Eaton will pick it up. Well, in fact, Thornton will pick up the clearance. Thornton, he's got Valance to his left, goes alone. O'Grady, back to Thornton, still Kevin Thornton will strike, and a fantastic catch there by Matt Cottrell, making up for his earlier error. He had to be on his toes for that one, and safe hands for the Long Eaton number 1. Cottrell. Over to Danny Brain, upfield. Aaron Cole, the substitute, who came on for Stannerland. The ball towards Todd, intercepted by Chris Cox. Down to Lewis Eisen, the young centre-back. Williams, played back to Josh O'Grady. And a through ball to Kai Williams. He couldn't beat McCormick, though. But the side challenge from Williams brings it back to Josh O'Grady. Moodim, can he get the cross in? It's Pierre Moodim, across goal! Side netting! I'm not sure whether he was going himself or whether it was a cross, but the fact of the matter is it's not going to be a goal. It's gone out of play. It's into the side netting and it remains at 1-1. That ball could have gone anywhere. Thornton's waiting in the centre circle, in the centre of the box. Williams wasn't too far away as well. And there is going to be another change here for Long Eaton. And it is going to be McCormick. No, it's number 6. It's going to be Keane. Keane is coming off. And coming on is going to be number 14, Brandon Ginnett, is it? Odd name to pronounce. And here he comes, Ginnett. Still plenty of time to go and get a winning goal for either side. Long Eaton seems to be on top of the mid, but United coming back to life somewhat. And Terry Hansen calling over Courtney Cameron. And we could well be seeing our first red and green change of the match. Kevin Thornton picks up the loose ball in the centre of the park. Vance making the run to his left. It's now Jean de Corey. O'Grady, will he try one on his own? Well, he was trying to, but he was dispossessed. Cole, long ball over to Todd. Crucial challenge there by Rob Prinzel. Prinzel strides forward, unopposed. O'Grady, Williams, control let him down there. Prinzel will try one from long range. Well, hit and hope really from Rob Prinzel. And it drifts out for a Coventry United throw. It's going to be a goal kick to Long Eaton. Score remains at 1-1 at Grange Park between Long Eaton United and Coventry United. Hollis. Ground beaten to the ball by Rob Prinzel. Lister's clearance, back to Prinzel. Valance. Here's Kai Williams. He's got O'Grady in front of him. Moodham to his right, finds Pierre Moodham. Moodham goes alone, and it's what's the worst effort in the world, but it's not going to win a game. Score update from the Ricoh Arena. It remains Coventry City 0, Fleetwood Town 0, and from what I hear, it's been a very boring game. The 8,000 Sky Blue fans in attendance, not being treated to a masterclass of football at the Ricoh. And it's not been the first time that we've had to say that this season, so it remains at 0-0 at the Ricoh between the Sky Blues and Fleetwood Town. We'll go for a full recap of all the full-time scores at the end of this game. Williams brushes up the challenge from McCormick. Kai Williams still going. Kai Williams takes a tumble and he's lost the ball. He's up on his feet now, but Kai Williams getting into promising positions today, but so far not been that effective apart from winning the penalty. Eisen long ball. Williams was offside. Well, Kai Williams was in plenty of space there. It would have been a great chance to score the second goal, but he was offside and everyone knew it. And the change for Coventry United, and it's Lewis Eisen coming off. And Courtney Cameron makes his way onto the pitch. Under a brief stint back at his parent club Halesowen. He's back with the red and greens now, hopefully on a permanent basis soon. A side display there from young Lewis Eisen. But a more attacking approach is needed for the red and greens as they search for the winner. Courtney Cameron comes on, and this will surely be a formation change now for Coventry United unless they push Musa back into defence. It looks like they're going for four at the back. And it looks like a diamond. It looks like a diamond midfield to me with Cameron pushing up behind Williams and O'Grady. So a 4-4-2 with a diamond midfield seems to be the way to go. DeCorey hooks it up. It's found its way to the right back. Josh Raven. Todd. Lets it go through his legs and lets it run on. Shrugs off Ben Valance. Todd. Still got Raven with him. Forced down, referee says no foul, and DeCorey, a little bit of a stamp there, I believe, on Todd. The referee's given a foul. Well, DeCorey was trying to get his foot in there and take the ball away. Well, the refs are going to have a word with the number 12, Aaron Cole, as the ball is repositioned. And if you don't know that voice, that's the distinct voice of Mr. Alan Howe on the far side of the pitch, if you can hear him over the microphone. Backing the red and green army all the way. Free kick from the right-hand side to be taken by Aaron Cole. Whips it in towards the far post. Clean contact by Lister, but it drifts wide at the far post. Scoreline remains Long Eaton 1. Coventry 1. Long Eaton have made two changes. United just the one. A formation change to a looks like a 4-4-2 with DeCorey playing in defensive midfield. Thornton and Moose are playing in the centre with Courtney Cameron pushing behind. And United have got to try and get themselves out of a hole here as Chris Cox trying to pick up the loose ball to a poor pass putting them right in danger. And Graham puts it out of play, and it will be a United throw, but United all sixes and sevens here. Courtney Cameron, and a good tackle made, and Andy Todd through on goal for the second, translate up to Aaron Cole. It's a poor pass. Musa picks up the ball, tripped from behind there by Ginnett, no foul. Todd tries to flick it on, and that's offside against Todd. But United are really starting to struggle now as the formation knocked them out of kilter. They've changed from the 5 at the back to the 4. With Lewis Eisen coming off and being replaced by Courtney Cameron. Here is Courtney Cameron. Now Thornton. Thornton strikes on the right hand side. Cross going to he's got Williams in the centre. It's Kevin Thornton. Holding off the cross. Holding off. Still going. He's going on his own, and it wasn't a half bad effort by Kevin Thornton. He had Williams in the area, but he was surrounded by blue shirts. He had to go it alone, and he very nearly made it 2-1. One of the best bid in the business, nearly added a second goal to his collection. Long Eaton holding on to that point. I dare say that neither side would be happy with a point today. They're both going for the win, and a draw would really kick United down a notch, as they still got I'd say quite small hope to win the league, but it had to be an impressive run of form to get them back into contention. It needs to start today, really, so it's not looking good for United. Cole lets it run out, and it will be a United throw. But consolidation this season, and regrouping ready for next year at the Butts Park Arena. I think that will do for Coventry United this season. I'm speaking to the fans, no one expects promotion this season. The only thing to do is just to get the team settled, get into a rhythm, get ready for next season at a new home, and go again. Throw in to Coventry United. Thornton takes it short to Ben Vallance. Vallance hooks it away. No one there for United. Easily intercepted there by the number 4, Paul Lister. Bounces over to Graham. Ginnett. Graham. Surrounded by red shirts. Can he get a shot away? He's forced wide. Graham flashes across the goal. It's still alive for Long Eaton. Biliero. And a fantastic goal! For Long Eaton, Danny Brain finds the far bottom corner. A ferocious strike from the left back. A strike worthy of winning any game. And he could well have won this one. Long Eaton have completed the turnaround. Long Eaton 2, Coventry United 1. And of all people, it's the left back, Danny Brain. And United trying a tried and tested trick there. With all the Long Eaton players in their own half, they were going to try a Litchfield. When they started playing immediately and went on to score, it didn't work for them this time, but United are behind at Grange Park. It's the same scoreline as the one that they lost in the FA Vase a few months back, 2-1 to Long Eaton. But here come United again with Cameron. Josh O'Grady is there with him. Thornton tries to lay it off to Kai Williams, and the clearance is made. And Long Eaton are pushing everyone back now. Piliero, Todd making the run. Here is Andy Todd. And the long ball forward is going to reach no one but Chris Cox. And Cox's clearance charged down there by Romain Graham, the number 9. Who hasn't really been that effective for Long Eaton today. In fact, both number 9s have struggled. Musa forced down, free kick United. And United have got a rush now. They've got 10 minutes. Well, we're going to name our Coventry United match day man of the match now. And our man of the match is Long Eaton's number 7, Andy Todd. O'Grady flicks onto the right hand side, looking for Pierre Moodin, just out of play. The defender as well to hold Moodin up and allow the ball to trickle over the line. And we're running out of time here at Grange Park. United now down 2-1. Let's get the latest scores throughout the Premier League. And Watford are back in front of Dean Court. Bournemouth 1, Watford 2. A bad run of form for the Cherries at the moment. Todd brings it down under pressure from 2 United men. All out defence for United now, desperate defending. Ginnett. Cole to end it, no! And United not happy as Terry Henson said that Andy Todd was pulling back on the United player. Prince was saying, yeah, he was pulling my shirt, but referee having none of it. And United may well want to make another change here. They've only got 2 outfield players on the bench, however. They've got Joe Connor, but I don't think they'll be playing him up front for some reason. And Kosi Muzingwana and Muzzy and Duna the only options outfield off the bench, and a free kick given against Decory. And Terry Anderson, you can hear the frustration from Terry Anderson over the microphone. Not happy with the referee. There's definitely been some soft fouls given today for both sides, but for both United and for Long Eaton. And of course, the referee's got to interpret the laws how he sees fit. Every referee brings a different style to the game. Biliero's free kick, looking for Graham. And United able to hook it away. Valence's clearance this time is good enough to get the ball away. Biliero will put it back into danger though. Can Graham get his head on this one? Well, he would have done if it wasn't for the big gloves of Rich Morris. His kick should find O'Grady. And it does, but he's got a dig in the back there by Danny Brain. Referee says no foul. And here comes Long Eaton now. Graham to Hollis. It's Coles. Can he get the cross in? No, he can't. It's blocked by Chris Cox. Raven intercepts for Long Eaton. Todd saying just calm it down, we've got it. And Raven forced the ground by Valence, and that tactic's certainly working now for Long Eaton. Patient play, United steaming in. United desperately get something out of this game. All Long Eaton have got to do is just slow the pace down and see this game out. And there's going to be another substitution here for Coventry United. And I think it's going to be Nkosi Muzingwana. As he's just been getting ready. Could United be going for 3 at the back? We could try pushing Chris Cox into midfield. Muzingwana is a defender, of course, so I'd assume that they'd be pushing Cox into the defence. And Morris able to punch the ball away. Thornton. Ball down line, intercepted by Aaron Coles. Cox intercepts but loses out. Graham tries to give it back to Hollis. Now here comes Courtney Cameron. Slide challenge brilliantly done there by Brandon Ginnett. Todd with plenty of time on the left-hand side. Long Eaton, no need to rush as we've got just 5 minutes of normal time remaining. This second half has belonged to Long Eaton. United came into the second period 1-0 up. And they're 2-1 down. They've got to do something about it. Here comes Kevin Thornton, halts his run and finds O'Grady on the right-hand side. He's got Williams forward, Valence and Thornton to his left. O'Grady tries the cross, blocked very easily. Cameron will play it back to Pierre Mudim in the United back line. Mudim back onto the right with Josh O'Grady. Brain's across there trying to put him off. He's past Brain. O'Grady into the box. Kevin Thornton, control, lays it off. Valence! It's still alive. Williams, Thornton, no! Oh, Mudim couldn't get his shot away. Do you ever get a feeling it's just not your day? Swing and a miss there for Ben Valence. Not the player you'd want in that sort of situation. And a Long Eaton man is down in the box as United make a second change. And it is going to be Muzzy and Duna coming on for Jean Decory. Decory very much a defensive midfield player. Duna will bring some much needed attacking prowess into the midfield. Throw in for the red and greens on the far side to be taken by Pierre Mudim as Nduna gets himself into position for the final push. 3 minutes of normal time remaining plus whatever the referee wants to add on. Mudim plays a 1-2 with O'Grady with a challenge made there by Andy Todd, our man of the match today for Long Eaton. Here's Kevin Thornton, strides past the man. Mudim down the right hand side, can he get his cross in? It's blocked well and United have themselves a corner kick on the far side. Time running out now for the red and greens. I've got to get something out of this game. Quick corner. Thornton. O'Grady. Long Eaton pushing out now, blocking United's avenues of approach. Moodim whips in the cross, caught easily. And Matt Cottrell, after those, a couple of errors in the first half, seems to have calmed himself down. Cool heading goal, just what Long Eaton need at the moment. United have had limited chances to make their lead more comfortable. They didn't take them. And it's come back to haunt them now. Graham can only find Gift Musa, but Todd does want to shrug the number 11 off the ball. Brain. Ball blocked by Musa, and Musa's shirt pulled there by Andy Todd. And a free kick, Coventry United, on the right side of the centre circle, inside their own half. Around 3 minutes left. As the temperature falls and the floodlights take over, as the sun sets behind the horizon. Cocked his long ball into the area, looking for Kai Williams. Williams beaten to the ball, and a free kick against Williams, who tugged back on McCormick's shirt. It's been a very disappointing second half for the Red and Greens after such a promising first period. And it remains 0-0 between Coventry City and Fleetwood at the Ricoh Arena. Apparently it's been one of the most boring games of the season, and for Coventry City, that's saying something. So obviously not the best of games. I wouldn't expect any goals there, to be honest with you. But another point against a very good side in Fleetwood. Wouldn't go amiss with the Sky Blues, who's at bottom of the League One table at the present time. I'm not sure whether that result's going to change anything, but City in dire straits at the moment. O'Grady forced down, no foul given. Long ball over the top, looking for Graham. He's shrugged off Chris Cox. Brilliant work from the number 9. Graham. Ginnett. Musa makes the challenge. Prinzel brings it down. Under pressure from Graham. Can he get the ball away? Yes, he can, and puts it out for a throw. He was doing his best to make sure the ball stayed in play, but to no avail. And as we've got just 1 minute of normal time remaining, Long Eaton had themselves a throw-in at the right end of the pitch. I wouldn't assume it's going to be that much added time. I'd say about 2 minutes of added time. So United have 3 minutes, give or take, to get themselves an equaliser. I think the win's definitely out of a question here, so they just don't seem to be creating anything up front. Here's Graham, holding off the United men. Time wasting here from the number 9, but his pass to Todd only finds Kevin Thornton. Ball down the right wing to Kai Williams. Can Williams get past Lister? No, he can't. It's drifted out of play, and it's going to be a Long Eaton throw. And it's going to be Danny Brain to take this one. Brain covering his chin with his shirt there. It's pretty chilly out here. Throw to Graham. Flicks it over his head. Todd. And Cox able to find the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. Well, the first goal for United. First goal they conceded was very soft. The second one, a moment of brilliance from the left back. Prinzel plays it back to Rich Morris. Time running out. We are into injury time. I'd say a maximum of 2 minutes, really. There's not been a lot of stoppages in this game. Foul against Graham for a tug on Chris Cox. And Cox is giving it to Rich Morris, the United goalkeeper. They've got to act quickly here. It's taken a little bit further back than the foul took place. I have to admit, the referee's not going to do anything about it. Rich Morris will take it short to Rob Prinzel. And Graham looks absolutely tuckered out. He's just trying to keep going, the number 9. He couldn't get close to the ball. Prinzel. Rob Prinzel puts it into the area. No, just blocked up by Gwinnett. Here's Graham. Hollis. Nice beats the ball by Chris Cox. And Cox hoops it up line. It's kept in. It's towards Josh O'Grady. O'Grady tries to flick it on. Can Williams get there? No, he can't. Brilliant work by Lister. He's offside anyway. And the referee has called back for the foul for the offside. United imploring the referee just play on because Long Eaton had the ball. The referee's not going to abide by that. He's given the foul, wasting yet more precious time for the Red and Greens. Cottrell hoofs it away. Musa heads it up. Prinzel tries to clear, but it's only hit the leg of Graham. Todd now onto the left-hand side. Graham will try and get there, and he will get there in front of Moonim. Todd's there with him. Here's Andy Todd. He'll strike one and hits the crossbar! So close to a third goal there. Certainly would have put the final nail in the red and green coffin. But Andy Todd, our man of the match, denied by the woodwork. But here come United with Kai Williams on the right-hand side. Brains with him. Can he put him off his stride? He's forced him down. And the referee has... I don't think he's given anything, has he? He's not giving it away. It's gone out for a corner. Williams definitely pushed there. But it's gone out for a corner kick. Is Morris coming forward? No, he's not coming forward. But here's Kevin Thornton in the box. Loses out. Rob Prinzel loses the ball. Now Chris Cox. Last chance saloon is open for Coventry United. Chris Cox onto the right. Easily dealt with by Brain. Now Todd. Moving forced into the ground. Free kick. And that just sums up United's day, really. Well, Rich Morris was actually going to come up for the corner there, but it was taken too quickly. And it's going to be another pointless game for United. A sombre trip back to the West Midlands from the east. Brain clears, play continues. We've had three. And the final whistle is blown, and Coventry United's lead wiped out in the second half. Long Eaton have done it again by the same scoreline as the previous FA Vars meeting earlier in the season. 2-1 to Long Eaton United here at Grange Park. It looks so promising for the Red and Greens at half-time thanks to Kevin Thornton's penalty. But goals from Andy Todd and Danny Brain have turned things around. And Long Eaton once again take the spoils at Grange Park. The Red and Greens will have an opportunity for instant revenge, however, as these two sides face once again, weather permitting, at Sphinx Drive next week, where we will, I emphasise the word will, be celebrating our first year anniversary. It was supposed to be this weekend, but we're going to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Match Day next weekend, where we'll go through some of our favourite Match Day memories. The final score here at Grange Park: Long Eaton United 2, Coventry United 1. Before we leave you here on Coventry United Match Day, let's go through some of the final scores and some of the scores that are still going on. Let's start off at the Ricoh Arena, where Coventry City are taking on Fleetwood Town, and it's still 0-0. It's still 0-0 at the Ricoh Arena. In fact, no, there's been a goal. Yeah, there's been a goal, and it's a goal to Fleetwood. Fleetwood have won it. Fleetwood have beaten Coventry City. A late goal for Fleetwood Town. That just capped it off. A bad day for our local teams. Coventry City losing in the last minute against Fleetwood Town at home. Devastating for the Sky Blues. It looked like they were going to get a precious point in their battle for survival. Let's take you through the scores in the Premier League. These are, apart from the Liverpool game, they're all current scores. They haven't had the final whistle blown yet. Final score from Anfield: Liverpool 2, Swansea 3. Latest scores: Bournemouth 2, Watford 2. Palace 0, Everton 1, Middlesbrough 1, West Ham 2, Stoke 1, Manchester United 1, and West Brom 2, Sunderland 0. The game between Manchester City and Tottenham kicks off at 5:30. In the Championship, one final score: QPR 1, Fulham 1. The rest of these are latest scores. Villa 2, Preston 2, Blackburn 1, Birmingham 1, Cardiff 1, Burton 0, Derby 3, Reading 2, Huddersfield 2, Ipswich 1, Newcastle 4, Rotherham 0, Norwich 3, Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Bristol City 0, Wigan Athletic 2, Brentford 1, and the game between Barnsley and Leeds kicks off at 5:30. In League 1, Bradford 1, Millwall 1, Chesterfield 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Coventry City 0, Fleetwood Town 1, MK Dons 5, Northampton Town 3. I'm certainly watching that game on Channel 5 later. Rochdale 0, Oxford 4, Sheffield United 2, Gillingham 2, Shrewsbury Town 1, Oldham Athletic 0, Swindon Town 0, Peterborough United 1, and Walsall 3, Bristol Rovers 1. And heading into League 2 now. Accrington Stanley 1, Carlisle United 1, Barnet 0, Newport 0, Blackpool 1, Yeovil Town 2, Cambridge 1, Mansfield Town 3, Cheltenham Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 2, Doncaster Rovers 3, Crewe Alexandra 1, Exeter City 3, Colchester United 0, Grimsby Town 2, Notts County 0, Hartlepool 2, Stevenage 0, and Wycombe Wanderers 1, Luton Town 1. And that will do it from a freezing cold Grange Park here in Long Eaton. We're going to head back to Coventry now after a disappointing result for the Red and Greens. It looked so good at half-time with United leading by 1-0, but goals from Todd and Brain have turned the game on its head. It's a second 2-1 defeat here at Grange Park for Coventry United this season. Can United gain retribution next week against Long Eaton at Sphinx Drive? We'll be there from 2:30 in a special 1-year anniversary episode of Coventry United Matchday as we celebrate 1 year of the People's Non-League Sports coverage. We hope to see you there next week, 2:30 p.m, right here on YouTube. Until then, from me, Liam Cook, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, your support really does mean a lot. You can catch the highlights of this game tomorrow evening on YouTube, so keep your eyes peeled to the Twitter feed and to YouTube for the highlights of this game. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Hit the like button on this video if you did enjoy the coverage, and you can subscribe to Matchday on YouTube for more exclusive football content. I've been the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook. I will see you next time as we hopefully we'll see United win. So from me, Liam Cook, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye bye everyone.